Sui is going to be one of the chosen ones of the cycle. And it's starting to happen. I mean, it's broken out. Sui, it's outperforming pretty much everything now. And most importantly, it's outperforming Solana. Solana is, my chosen one. I have 90% of my net worth in Solana. But Sui, I've obviously been granted some tokens as being part of the foundation. They're locked up, etc. But I'm not going to sell. In fact, no, some of them are unlocked. I'm not going to sell. In fact, I've been buying personally because I think it's a chosen one. I think it's going to do really well. Yes, there's a low free float, which everyone goes, oh my God, they're going to be dumping on you. But a lot of the unlock happened a few months ago. Really, it's now pretty phased and pretty low key. But in a bull market, in a really, really interesting protocol that has attention, a low free float means a smaller amount of money drives a larger price rise. The reverse can happen in the bear market too. So just beware, but we're in bull market times.
Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal claimed that Solana competitor Sui is acting like it's going to be one of the key chosen ones of the major new chains, or even the chosen one. According to the Real Vision CEO, people should pay attention to Sui amid bullish signals, technology upgrades, and growing adoption. Paul says one of the bullish signals Sui is giving includes breaking out of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. The Misty Steady upgrade brought sub-second finality to the fastest of any chain, and the upcoming Pilotfish will supposedly bring transactions per second, TPS, that go even beyond Solana's Fire Dancer. They're attempting to rebuild the internet, brick by brick, for Web3. According to Paul, gaming is a potential niche Sui could succeed in, and the announcement that Circle will be issuing the USDC stablecoin on the platform is another good step. But Sui is still in its infancy, and the proof will need to be provided by successful applications that evolve based on the technology stack. Are you ready to make the most of this bull run in 2025? Then Sui might be the coin to go with. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now let's get back to the video where Raoul Pal explains about crypto market in general.
Is show to yourself, not to me, that your chart is going to outperform Solana. And then is it going to outperform Sui? Is it going to outperform? That's the way to do things. And that's what got me into the Bitcoin ETH cross. That's what got me into the Solana, ETH Solana trade. And Sui, I've been flagging this for a while. I thought it was looking like the chart was going to do this. So it feels like it's one of the big ones. There'll be other stuff that will outperform Sui without question. Maybe it's your token. Listen, I believe in abundance. And I wish you, in whatever your choices are, the best. It is not player versus player. I'm just trying to make as much money for myself and for my subscribers of Pro Macro and Global Macro Investor and the Macro Investing Tool, all the things that I do to try and help people and publicly. I share a lot of my information for free. Inflation will come at the end of the cycle. This is so normal. Inflation is going to keep falling. It'll be below 2%. And guess what? I think rates are coming below 2%, and people don't understand this yet. And so I think rates will continue to be cut. The market doesn't understand this. Rates are part of financial conditions that should continue to improve. But generally speaking, risk assets should be doing really well. And risk assets are doing really well because guess what? As I've talked about, bleated about, explained to you in the Everything Code is global liquidity. This is the time. They have to roll the debts. Global liquidity is going to go up. And hey presto, it's going up just like it did every other time. So that's global M2.
Paul is known for popularizing the term banana zone. Paul moved away from Bitcoin and other altcoins, reallocating 90% of his liquid assets to Solana. This move highlights a broader trend where investors are looking for assets with high growth potential and good user experiences. Paul explained his significant portfolio adjustment by saying that 90% of his liquid network is essentially allocated to Solana right now. He doesn't hold a lot of Bitcoin at the moment. This isn't to say he doesn't like Bitcoin. He thinks others are going higher. It's that simple. Solana's impressive performance in the market supports Paul's bullish outlook. Since the beginning of the year, Solana is up around 75%, outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum, which saw gains of 58% and 42% respectively. Previously, Paul drew parallels between Solana's trajectory and Ethereum's historical chart from 2018. He predicted that Solana could potentially mimic Ethereum's explosive growth, which surged 47 times from its lowest levels. Paul highlighted Solana's user experience, which he compares favorably to Apple's ecosystem, highlighting its elegant design and efficient closed system. The comparison is like Android versus Apple. It's like Solana is the Apple, it's a closed system, but it's very smart, very good, and will generate a lot of loyalty. But Ethereum is much broader and much more open in terms of other things that can be built on top of it. Paul's strategic shift comes at a crucial time when the crypto markets are gearing up for a new phase. He calls the crypto rally parabolic, the banana zone, which is expected to spark widespread mania. In the cryptocurrency market, Sui Network has become one of the favorites among altcoins. The project has experienced a significant increase in Kappa 1 space, attracting the attention of traders and investors. Taking into account the recent volatility of the market that has been temporarily delayed, we recorded a gain of 6.54% during the last week and a notable increase of 90% in the last 30 days. In the general classification of weekly entries, Sui occupied the third position with entries of $79.5 million compared to Ethereum and Base. This tendency indicates a possible change in the interest of the red Sui, which it becomes increasingly important in the blockchain space. The following net entries from Sui Network compare with Solana and Base, indicating increased confidence of investors and investors in their potential. With its recent successes and its solidity, Sui Network is definitely a project to be carried out in the next few weeks. Amid the brief spikes following the Federal Reserve's rate cut announcements, Paul expressed confidence in Bitcoin's long-term trajectory. Paul emphasized the simple message that Bitcoin is on an upward trajectory and that everything else is just a distraction. Bitcoin is going up. It's that simple, Paul said, urging market participants to learn to endure the pain of temporary fluctuations. Paul's ideas center on a coherent strategy for investors: buy, hold, and prepare for market challenges. According to Paul, Bitcoin's upward movement is inevitable unless a major shift occurs, such as a significant breakdown in the financial system or a disruption in technological adoption. He emphasizes that these conditions are unlikely, suggesting that blockchain technology will continue to thrive as part of a broader digital evolution. Paul's message highlights the importance of resilience and advises investors to buy more during periods of market decline. Paul has often shared similar sentiments, recently highlighting Bitcoin's correlation with increasingly global liquidity. He believes that Bitcoin will continue to benefit from increased global liquidity. Paul shared data predicting that the Bitcoin price could reach around $90,000 by November if current trends persist. This projection aligns with Paul's broader analysis, which links Bitcoin's price movements to global money supply M2 trends, which have historically influenced the cryptocurrency's growth trajectory. A recent report reinforces Paul's outlook, highlighting oversold conditions that indicate bullish potential as Bitcoin approaches its historic consolidation levels. This recent price action has reignited discussions about Bitcoin's long-term potential, with analysts speculating about a possible surge to $1 million over the next decade.